Cultivating connections. 5 Stoic principles to improve your relationships. In the chaotic dance of modern relationships, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters. You find yourself entangled in webs of desire, ego, and expectation, losing touch with the essence of genuine connection. Yet, as a student of Stoicism, you recognize that true fulfillment in relationships lies not in external validation or fleeting pleasures, but in the cultivation of virtue and inner peace. Join us as we journey into the heart of Stoic wisdom and uncover 5 powerful principles to deepen your connections and enrich your relationships. Lesson 1. Practice self-awareness and reflection. As Marcus Aurelius, the revered Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, once wrote, "Know first who you are and then adorn yourself accordingly." This timeless advice encapsulates the essence of self-awareness, a fundamental principle of Stoic philosophy that holds profound implications for our relationships. In our modern world, we often find ourselves swept up in the currents of external stimuli, bombarded by distractions and demands that pull us away from the quiet introspection necessary for true self-awareness. Yet amidst the noise of daily life, the Stoic sage reminds us of the importance of turning inward, of taking the time to examine our thoughts, emotions, and actions with clarity and honesty. Self-awareness is not merely a passive observation of the self. It is an active process of self-discovery and self-reflection. It requires us to cultivate a deep sense of introspection, to delve beneath the surface of our conscious thoughts, and explore the depths of our psyche. Through practices such as journaling, meditation, and contemplation, we can begin to unravel the complexities of our inner landscape, gaining insight into our desires, fears, and motivations. But self-awareness goes beyond mere introspection. It also entails a willingness to confront our own shortcomings and vulnerabilities with courage and humility. It requires us to acknowledge the aspects of ourselves that we may prefer to ignore, the insecurities, biases, and irrational beliefs that shape our behavior in subtle and often unconscious ways. By shining a light on these hidden aspects of our psyche, we can begin to reclaim control over our thoughts and actions, steering them towards alignment with our highest values and aspirations. Moreover, self-awareness is not a static state, but a dynamic process of growth and evolution. It requires us to remain open to new insights and perspectives, to embrace the discomfort of self-examination as a necessary step on the path to self-mastery. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously remarked, "It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows." Only by approaching the journey of self-awareness with a beginner's mind, free from preconceived notions and assumptions, can we truly uncover the depths of our own inner wisdom. In the context of relationships, self-awareness plays a crucial role in fostering authenticity and intimacy. When we are attuned to our own thoughts, feelings, and needs, we are better equipped to communicate them honestly and effectively to others. We become more attuned to the subtle cues and signals of our partners, cultivating empathy and understanding in our interactions. Furthermore, self-awareness enables us to navigate the complexities of interpersonal dynamics with greater skill and finesse. By recognizing our own triggers and emotional patterns, we can respond to conflict and disagreement with equanimity and grace, rather than reacting impulsively out of fear or defensiveness. We become more adept at setting boundaries and asserting our needs, while also remaining open to the perspectives and needs of others. In essence, self-awareness is the foundation upon which all meaningful relationships are built. It is the cornerstone of emotional intelligence, the key to unlocking deeper connections and fostering genuine intimacy. By cultivating self-awareness in ourselves, we lay the groundwork for more fulfilling and harmonious relationships with others, grounded in authenticity, empathy, and mutual respect. Lesson 2. Exercise empathy and compassion. Stoicism teaches us to extend compassion and understanding to all beings, recognizing the shared humanity that unites us. By practicing empathy, you open yourself up to deeper connections with others, fostering trust, intimacy, and mutual respect. As Marcus Aurelius writes in his Meditations, begin the morning by saying to yourself, I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, arrogant, deceitful, envious, unsocial. All these things happen to them by reason of their ignorance of what is good and evil. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It requires us to step outside of ourselves and truly put ourselves in the shoes of another, to see the world through their eyes and feel their emotions as if they were our own. In the context of relationships, empathy is a powerful tool for building trust and fostering intimacy. When we empathize with our partners, we create a safe and supportive space for them to express themselves openly and honestly. We validate their experiences and emotions, affirming their worth and demonstrating our commitment to their well-being. Compassion, on the other hand, is the willingness to alleviate the suffering of others. It is an active expression of empathy, a recognition of the interconnectedness of all beings, and a commitment to relieving the pain and distress of those around us. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." By cultivating compassion in our relationships, we demonstrate our capacity for empathy and understanding, creating a ripple effect of kindness and goodwill that extends far beyond ourselves. But empathy and compassion are not merely passive virtues. They require conscious effort and intentionality to cultivate. In our fast-paced, technology-driven world, it's all too easy to become disconnected from the lived experiences of others, to prioritize our own needs and desires above those of our partners. Yet, as students of Stoicism, we understand the importance of actively practicing empathy and compassion in our relationships, even, and perhaps especially, in the face of adversity. One powerful way to cultivate empathy and compassion is through active listening. Rather than simply waiting for our turn to speak, we must strive to truly listen to our partners, to hear not only their words but also the emotions and intentions behind them. We must set aside our own judgments and assumptions, suspending our ego in service of deeper understanding and connection. By practicing active listening, we create space for our partners to feel seen, heard, and valued, laying the foundation for genuine intimacy and trust. Another key aspect of empathy and compassion is the ability to respond to our partners with kindness and understanding, even in moments of conflict or disagreement. Stoicism teaches us to approach all beings with a sense of benevolence and goodwill, recognizing that we are all struggling and imperfect beings in need of compassion and support. By responding to our partners with kindness and understanding, even when we feel hurt or angry, we create an environment of safety and trust where true healing and reconciliation can occur. In conclusion, empathy and compassion are essential virtues for cultivating meaningful and fulfilling relationships. By practicing empathy, we open ourselves up to deeper connections with others, fostering trust, intimacy, and mutual respect. By cultivating compassion, we demonstrate our commitment to alleviating the suffering of those around us, creating a ripple effect of kindness and goodwill that extends far beyond ourselves. As students of Stoicism, let us strive to embody these virtues in our relationships, recognizing the shared humanity that unites us and embracing the opportunity to extend empathy and compassion to all beings. Embrace acceptance and letting go. In every relationship, there will be moments of conflict, disappointment, and frustration. Stoicism teaches us to accept these challenges with grace and equanimity, recognizing that you cannot control the actions or behaviors of others. By letting go of attachment to specific outcomes and surrendering to the natural flow of life, you free yourself from the burden of resentment and anger, allowing space for forgiveness and reconciliation. Acceptance is the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, a radical acceptance of reality as it is, rather than as we wish it to be. It requires us to surrender our attachment to the illusion of control, recognizing that the only thing we truly have power over is our own thoughts and actions. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, "Some things are in our control, and others not." By accepting this fundamental truth, we free ourselves from the futile struggle against circumstances beyond our control, finding peace and serenity in the midst of chaos. But acceptance does not mean resignation or passivity. It is an active choice to embrace reality with open arms, to meet each moment with courage and resilience. In the context of relationships, acceptance means acknowledging the imperfections and limitations of ourselves and our partners, and embracing them with compassion and understanding. It means recognizing that no relationship is perfect, and that conflict and disagreement are inevitable aspects of the human experience. Letting go, on the other hand, is the practice of releasing attachment to specific outcomes and expectations. It requires us to surrender our desires and preferences to the natural ebb and flow of life, trusting in the inherent wisdom of the universe. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." By letting go of our attachment to specific outcomes, we free ourselves from the grip of fear and anxiety, allowing space for peace and acceptance to enter our hearts. One powerful way to cultivate acceptance and letting go in our relationships is through the practice of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of bringing our awareness to the present moment, without judgment or attachment. By cultivating mindfulness, we learn to observe our thoughts and emotions with clarity and equanimity, allowing us to respond to challenges with grace and resilience. Another key aspect of acceptance and letting go is the practice of forgiveness. Forgiveness is the act of releasing resentment and anger towards ourselves and others, allowing space for healing and reconciliation to occur. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, forgiveness is the key to action and freedom. By practicing forgiveness in our relationships, we create space for love and compassion to flourish, paving the way for deeper connection and intimacy. In conclusion, acceptance and letting go are essential virtues for cultivating resilience and peace in our relationships. By embracing acceptance, we free ourselves from the burden of control and attachment, finding peace and serenity in the midst of life's challenges. By practicing letting go, we release ourselves from the grip of fear and anxiety, allowing space for forgiveness and reconciliation to occur. As students of Stoicism, let us embrace these virtues in our relationships, trusting in the inherent wisdom of the universe and finding peace in the midst of chaos. Cultivate patience and understanding. Rome was not built in a day, and neither are strong, enduring relationships. Stoicism reminds us to cultivate patience and understanding in our interactions with others, recognizing that growth and transformation take time. By embracing the journey of self-discovery and growth alongside your loved ones, you foster resilience and fortitude in the face of adversity, strengthening the bonds that unite you. Patience is a virtue that lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy. A steadfast endurance in the face of adversity, a willingness to persevere through challenges with grace and equanimity. It requires us to cultivate a sense of inner calm and tranquility, even in the midst of chaos and uncertainty. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, "He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing." By cultivating patience, we learn to appreciate the journey as much as the destination, finding fulfillment in the process of growth and transformation. Understanding, on the other hand, is the practice of empathizing with the perspectives and experiences of others, even when they differ from our own. It requires us to set aside our own biases and assumptions, opening ourselves up to the richness and diversity of human experience. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Seneca, we should give as we would receive, cheerfully, quickly, and without hesitation. By cultivating understanding, we create space for empathy and compassion to flourish, fostering deeper connections and mutual respect in our relationships. One powerful way to cultivate patience and understanding in our relationships is through the practice of active listening. Active listening is the art of fully engaging with the speaker, both verbally and non-verbally, and seeking to understand their perspective without judgment or interruption. By practicing active listening, we create a safe and supportive space for our partners to express themselves openly and honestly, fostering trust and intimacy in our relationships. Another key aspect of patience and understanding is the practice of empathy. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person, to see the world through their eyes and feel their emotions as if they were our own. By cultivating empathy, we develop a deeper appreciation for the experiences and perspectives of others, fostering compassion and connection in our relationships. In conclusion, Patience and understanding are essential virtues for cultivating strong, enduring relationships. By embracing patience, we learn to appreciate the journey as much as the destination, finding fulfillment in the process of growth and transformation. By cultivating understanding, we create space for empathy and compassion to flourish, fostering deeper connections and mutual respect in our relationships. As students of Stoicism, let us embrace these virtues in our relationships, recognizing that true fulfillment lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Lesson 5. Lead by example. Ultimately, the greatest gift you can offer in any relationship is the example of your own virtue and integrity. Stoicism challenges you to embody the principles of wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in your daily life, inspiring others to follow suit. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." By living authentically and aligning your actions with your values, you become a beacon of light in the darkness, guiding others towards a path of greater connection and fulfillment. Leading by example is the highest form of leadership, a demonstration of integrity, courage, and compassion that inspires others to greatness. It requires us to live our lives with authenticity and purpose, to embody the values and principles that we hold dear, even in the face of adversity and temptation. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, first say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. By aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with our deepest values and aspirations, we become living embodiments of the virtues that we seek to cultivate in the world. One powerful way to lead by example is through the practice of self-reflection and self-improvement. By committing ourselves to a lifelong journey of growth and transformation, we demonstrate to others the power of resilience and determination in the face of adversity. Whether it's through personal development workshops, self-help books, or daily mindfulness practices, we show others that change is possible and that growth is an essential part of the human experience. Another key aspect of leading by example is the practice of ethical decision-making. In every interaction and decision, we have the opportunity to demonstrate our commitment to integrity and justice, to act with honesty, fairness, and compassion towards ourselves and others. By holding ourselves to the highest ethical standards, we inspire others to do the same, creating a ripple effect of positive change and transformation in our communities and relationships. In the context of relationships, leading by example means embodying the qualities and virtues that we wish to see in our partners. It means showing up with honesty, integrity, and authenticity in our interactions, and holding ourselves accountable for our words and actions. By leading with kindness and compassion, we create a safe and supportive space for our partners to be their authentic selves, fostering trust, intimacy, and mutual respect in our relationships. In conclusion, leading by example is the ultimate expression of leadership, a demonstration of integrity, courage, and compassion that inspires others to greatness. By living authentically and aligning our actions with our deepest values and aspirations, we become beacons of light in the darkness, guiding others towards a path of greater connection and fulfillment. Let us embrace this principle in our relationships, recognizing that true leadership begins with the example that we set for others. As you set forth on this voyage of self-exploration and advancement, it's crucial to recognize that genuine contentment within relationships isn't found in seeking external validation or temporary joys. Rather, it blossoms through your commitment to nurturing virtues such as empathy, understanding, and integrity. Stay steadfast in your dedication to these Stoic principles, for they will be your unwavering guides on the journey towards forging deeper connections and fostering more profound, more meaningful relationships. Remember to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this Stoicism content.